Alright, so it's been a few days, and one of the things I really wanted to do before we left the old house was I really wanted to get rid of this mount, and so we could utilize some more of the space back here, because the light mount that's on there now, it just takes up so much room. The lid doesn't go on, and one of the goals is to be able to get the lid to go on and actually sit flat and not have the gap. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a mount. I ordered a TV stand that I'm waiting for it to get here, and it's a wall mount TV stand. So I would like it to mount on the wall and then have the light hover over the tank. So it'll essentially be a hovering light. I think it will give me more of a center placement point on the tank, which I would really enjoy. And then maybe get a little bit more distance from the tank so we can add a little bit more shimmer, because I absolutely love the shimmer effect. But like I said, the main reason is so we can get and free up some more room back here. Alright guys, how's it going? So this just arrived today, and it is the wall mount TV stand that we're going to modify for the Kessil A80 light, so we can mount it to the wall and have it hovering over the tank. So let's go ahead and unbox this and see what we have. Alright, opening the box, looks like we have some hardware. And then we have the wall mount itself. Then also looks like we have some instructions in here on how to mount TVs, which is kind of useless since we're not doing that. So this is what we have. I'm trying to figure out how we are going to mount it. I've not really figured that out. This was just an idea that I had and wanted to pursue. But I think we're going to see about taking this plate off and using that bolt hole and mounting it straight to the Kessil light. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off and then see what we have. We are using the bracket for my Kessil A160 for a reference. That nut, this one here, is the same as what's on my Kessil A80. So the idea is to be able to get it to mount like that. We should be able to do that. So what we're going to do is drill out this square to 3/8 and just make it like a regular hole, so we can go ahead and put the 3/8 bolt up through there and mount it. Alright, so we're back from Lowe's, picked up a 3/8 by 3/4 inch stainless steel bolt along with a 3/8 stainless steel lock washer. Alright, so the idea, we're just using this bracket from my Kessil 160 as a reference, mainly for that nut that's on there, because that nut is the same one that's on my Kessil A80. Okay, so I think this will work pretty well. The mount itself, so I took the TV portion of it off because we won't need that or any of this stuff, and just look at it. So it has a square cutout for a bolt. It had a carriage bolt in it originally, which is why that's square. So I'm thinking if we can just drill that out a little bit bigger, we should be able to use it. This is a mount from my Kessil A160. I mainly got this out just for the nut size, so we can go to Lowe's and pick up the correct bolt. But ideally, I think this should work. One thing I kind of don't like about this TV mount is that it has a lip on it, or a guide for the TV mount, but that's no use to us. I think we'll be fine just leaving it on there. It might not look the best, but right now I'm mainly going for function, because I would like to get my protein skimmer and other equipment in the back of the tank. So we are going to go ahead and go to Lowe's, pick up a bolt for this, come back, drill that out, and get going with this. Alright, so we now have the hole drilled out. We have 3/8 bolt in there. This should mount up to the Kessil A80 just fine, and then we will be able to wall mount it. So let's go ahead and get the light, get it mounted to the TV mount, and then we'll mount the TV mount on the wall. Alright, so this is the finished product. So this will mount to the wall, then the light will be able to move it and everything, kind of adjust it to the position that we want it to be in. So the bolt had worked and everything like we planned. I ended up using a plastic washer. They came with the package of bolts that was with the TV mount. The problem I was having is the bolt was too long. It was a 3/4 inch bolt. Probably would be better with a 1/2 inch bolt. I just overshot that and used the washer to compensate for that. So, but it'll work. It doesn't look too bad. It'll definitely do what I need it to. So go ahead and get everything taken care of and get that mounted up on the wall and over the tank so we can get it adjusted. Alright, so we now have the light mounted to the wall. Went fairly easy. So the one thing I realized I kind of don't like, although it is nice mounting it, is this mount came with a built-in level. So super nice for mounting it. However, it is a TV mount and your TV would cover that. So since I'm only using it for a light mount, I'm kind of stuck with seeing it, and I don't like that. So it's nice, but it's not nice. Just depends what you like. But once again, something we can take care of later. So overall, I think this is going to be really good. So I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down and get everything hooked up and see, how it is from there. So I definitely placed it high. So I'm going to have to really crank up the light intensity in order to keep my corals growing. But that should not be a problem. Alright, so now I have the light plugged in and everything. Wires are just kind of hanging there pretty loosely. So I'm going to get some zip ties and mount those up through there so I can route them and clean that up a little bit. But I had to crank up the intensity on the light pretty much all the way since I mounted it so far. I probably shouldn't have mounted it this far, but I like that. If I see issues, then I'll go ahead and lower it down some because I still have plenty of room. My skimmer should stick out about this far, so I just gotta keep that in mind. But other than that, though, this should be pretty nice. The shimmer effect is awesome. Camera does not do it any justice, but that that should be it. If you guys have any questions, just leave something down in the comments and I can answer it as soon as possible. Once again, I'm using a Kessil A80 light. The TV mount I purchased, I think it was on like eBay. I only paid $9 or $10. Spent like $1 on the bolt, just a little bit of work, and for $10 I have a nice Kessil wall mount to hover over my tank, and I love it. So, you know, if you have any more comments or questions about it, just leave it in the comment section.